Joining us now is a former head of the IMF's European department. He also served as his country's finance minister and prime minister, Marek Belka, governor of the Polish central bank. Welcome to this very special edition of The Pulse. Great to have you with us. So when you look at the situation in Europe right now, it seems the debt crisis is at the top of everyone's agenda. Is that what you're thinking about?
Of course we are, even if we are not in the Eurozone. But we are, it's the main trading partner of Poland. And of course, we are fully integrated financially. So what happens in Euro, with Euro, is very important for Poland.
Are you thinking about the possibility of a breakup in the Euro area?
No. Of course, there are many things that you can understand under breakup. You can see a country somehow leaving the Eurozone, even if legally it is impossible. But if it happens, then this is not a breakup of Eurozone. But we are up for a bumpy road for the next few years.
And if we look at Poland itself, set to grow by 3.1% this year. So you're expecting a slower year compared to we've got an estimated growth of 4% last year. Why the slowdown?
Well, because of the international environment, but I'm personally much more optimistic than most analysts, most forecasters. As a matter of fact, just today we had a preliminary figure on GDP growth last year, which beat expectations, 4.3, which means that the economy didn't slow down within the year. So I expect a stronger year than we expect, probably more than 3%.
Inflation has accelerated to 3% in November. That was the fastest pace in 9 years. Do you expect that to ease back a bit this year?
Yes, I do.
Yeah.
I do. However, there are two factors that have an impact on this core inflation indicator that you mentioned. One is the behavior of the Zloty, of our currency, which is volatile. And when something goes wrong in Europe, Zloty weakens. Now we see an improving sentiment. Zloty has basically strengthened by some 5% in the last 2 weeks or so. So it should alleviate our inflation worries a bit. Well, and then if this slowdown materializes, which I'm a little bit skeptical about, it also will impact the inflation.
And how worried are you about that volatility in your currency?
Well, I'm worried because, first, it's an additional cost for business, and we are an exporting nation. Second, it complicates monetary policy. You know, inflation is so much... this is the most important channel of pass-through channel to inflation. However, on the other hand, if the economy in Europe slows down, our currency, Zloty, weakens, which shields exporters from weakening markets. So it may be helpful.
Yeah. The last couple of times I've spoken to the head of the European Bank for Reconstruction and Development, Thomas Myro, he has really voiced his concerns about the banks here in Europe and the fact that they're deleveraging, credit conditions are tightening, and the impact that that is going to have on banks in Eastern Europe. How concerned are you about banks in Poland?
Well, I cannot be blind to what is happening in Western Europe. Fortunately, the banks in my country are very well capitalized. They are not dependent excessively on external financing. And we are not seeing any signs of deleveraging. Credit growth is quite robust, and what is probably even better, the corporate credit growth. So yes, we look closely at the parent banks, which are in trouble, but their daughters in Poland are, in most cases, much better than their parents.
Well, really interesting to talk to you, get the perspective from Poland. Thank you very much indeed for your time, Central Bank Governor Marek Belka.